In this episode of Summer with Mom, we say goodbye to beautiful Utah and spend a few days exploring colorful Colorado. Being at higher elevation has its challenges, but the views are spectacular. This video is sponsored by Storyteller Overland. Live free, explore endlessly, and tell better stories. With my mom's first night of boondocking in the books, we enjoyed our morning coffee before packing up camp to get back on Interstate 70 towards Colorado. Although we didn't get to visit all the national parks in Utah, it gave my mom enough of a taste that she wants to come back and explore more of Utah on her own. We made it to Colorado, and this happens to be one of my favorite drives in the country, up the 70 and over the Rocky Mountains through the Eisenhower Pass. There are people down there rafting, and it's just a gorgeous drive all around. So, Mom, I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, it's so beautiful, so beautiful.
A few hours later, we finally made it to the Eisenhower Johnson Memorial Tunnel, which is just under 1.7 miles in length. This 4-lane tunnel is the longest mountain tunnel and the highest elevation point on the interstate highway system, with a maximum elevation of 11,158 feet above sea level. Kate and I have driven through the tunnel multiple times, and it was fun to share the experience with my mom. Since my mom had dinner plans in Denver that evening, we pushed on in the rain for her friend's place in the Mile High City. The next morning, we woke up to clear blue skies and temperatures in the mid-70s during the day. We made it to Denver, and my mom is visiting with friends of hers while Kate and I camp out in the parking lot. Works out well because we get some of our own space, and then we'll go up and hang out with them, enjoy our coffee, and let my mom do her thing.
Enjoying a little bit of downtime because we hit it really hard the first few days and moved a lot, so it's nice to stay put somewhere for a couple of days and be able to just breathe for a moment and have some space.
Yeah, I would say the van is perfect for 2. It's cramped with 3, very cramped with 3 plus a dog, but it works. So we've been able to, camp in here with my mom and Charlie. But it is nice, as Kate mentioned, to take that break and have this space to ourselves and be able to kind of do our own thing. So I think this trip, now that we're almost a week in, is finally starting to gel, and all of us are starting to get into some kind of a good rhythm. Mm-hmm. So I think it's going to go smoothly from here on out.
And I think we have to remember that we've been living this lifestyle for a very long time.
Yeah.
So things come very naturally to us, but it's only your mom's first week living out of a tiny van.
Yeah.
And there's going to be adjustments, and we just have to remember that.
I'm willing to bet by the time we get to the end of this trip, my mom will be a seasoned pro.
Oh, she's going to be a pro van lifer.
Well, she has the best in the business mentoring her.
Once my mom was ready to hit the road, Kate packed up the camper van and filled all our water bottles so we could stay hydrated at higher elevation. She had a great time visiting with her friends, and I know she really enjoyed having her own bedroom and bathroom for a few nights. If we didn't have a 10-week time limit for this Summer with Mom road trip, she probably would have stayed in Denver a bit longer.
Where are we keeping shoes?
I'll put them away. You can just leave them on the ground.
Yeah.
We all piled back in the van and made our way towards Colorado Springs via Interstate 25. Since the drive took a bit longer than we expected with traffic delays, Kate found a park where we could all stretch our legs. And Charlie got to enjoy a game of catch. She loves it so much, she didn't even want to let go of the ball so she could have a drink of water. With Charlie sufficiently worn out and ready for her afternoon nap, we drove to Old Colorado City, a historic place founded during the Pikes Peak Gold Rush of 1859. This quaint area is now part of Colorado Springs and on the National Register of Historic Places. You ready?
Uh-huh.
All right, we're going to the Michael Garman Museum, right?
Yes. It's supposed to be an incredible display of 3D figures made. If you look at it, you would think you're looking at a hotel until you see the scale. We'll take pictures if we can and show you later.
This three-dimensional sculpture museum and gallery was highly recommended by my mom's friends in Denver.
Pretty cool.
Very cool. This is not what I expected. When they described the place to us, neither of us could quite visualize what to expect when we entered Magic Town. A 3,000 square foot miniature city that comes alive as you walk through it. The different rooms filled with hundreds of characters, buildings, and some unexpected magical elements that can only be appreciated in person. Admission included a scavenger hunt, which my mom was quite eager to complete.
Pennant, P-E-N-N-A-N-T, for the Hawks.
While Kate and my mom searched for the pennant, I took my time looking at the 1/6 scale sculptures in greater detail.
I'm going to tell you, I'm on a 10-week road trip. You met my son and daughter-in-law.
Oh gosh, yeah.
This is
Kate, yes, sir.
I know this is going to be the highlight of my trip. Can I give you a hug? I mean, you just please me so much.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. You went through Magic Town?
I did.
Okay.
I did. I love it.
After our Magic Town tour, the afternoon thunderstorm rolled in, which was the perfect time to make an afternoon cup of coffee.
Smells good.
Tastes incredible.
I think everyone needs an afternoon pick-me-up.
Especially Charlie. She could barely keep her eyes open, and her paws were stained green from all the running around earlier. Nearly a full week into our road trip, we've started to develop our routines and figure out the van life shuffle with 3 people and a dog. The morning and afternoon coffee helps keep us grounded and in sync when everything else is constantly changing. With freshly brewed coffee in hand, we made our way to the Garden of the Gods, which features ancient sedimentary beds that have been vertically tilted by the uplift of the Rocky Mountains. Of course, we pulled over for a group photo. Ready for the driving tour?
Let's do it.
Okay. While there are several hiking trails within this natural landmark, we were also over 6,000 feet in elevation and didn't want to overexert ourselves. There were various pullouts where we could stop and check out the famous rock formations that make Garden of the Gods such a popular destination. As we continued the scenic drive, Kate wanted to stop at the trading post and ended up with a recommendation for one of the must-see formations at Garden of the Gods. My mom ended up joining us for the half-mile loop trail to see the Siamese twins. I have a tendency to leave Kate behind when we're going up a hill, but I followed her slow and steady advice on this trail.
I made it. I didn't think I would, and then there were only a few more steps and we did it.
Yeah,
Thanks to you.
One step after another, you get up here eventually.
I used to hold him up and get him places, and now he's holding me up and getting me places. Life is a circle.
Now we just have to get you down. Of course, my mom made it back down like a champ, and I'm glad she decided to go on this short hike with us. It was already 7 p.m. by the time we left Garden of the Gods, and we were all ready to relax for the evening, so we made our way to a nearby campground.
You doing okay?
I'm tired. Ready for a drink.
Thank you for all the driving.
It's been a long day. We did snag the last site they had here, which is a tent site, works perfectly for us, and it's on the way where we're going tomorrow, so no complaints here. I'm ready for a drink.
All right, let's set up camp and open a bottle of wine.
Charlie hung out on her bed while we set up camp and opened a bottle of wine from our good buddy, Taylor Davis. Pretty soon, we'll need to restock Mom's wine fridge. Kate and I are hanging out on the roof, and she has something to say. Go.
Today was a good day.
Once the sun set below the horizon, we decided it was time to head down.
Hey, you did it!
Hey, now it's your turn. When my mom is staying in the van with us, I leave the outside awning light on so she can better see the steps at night and find her way back from the bathroom. We wouldn't want her getting lost. So how'd you sleep last night? You look tired.
I feel tired. I mean, I slept well when I was asleep. There's a lot of
Up and
waking
down.
up and down all night, so I'm a little sleepy. Plus, we woke up at 7 this morning so we can get to the museum.
It's time to make coffee. While we love the M-Power battery system in this van, the light for the control center is quite bright, especially at night. So we're very glad to have this zippered cover that Canyon Adventure Vans installed. I was very glad to see clear blue skies in the morning because the P-47 flight at the National Museum of World War II Aviation was weather dependent. Unless an unexpected thunderstorm rolled in, we were all set for a special treat.
Okay, Charlie, come on.
Good girl. It was a beautiful drive back to Colorado Springs, and we arrived with plenty of time to find parking and put the van in comfort mode for Ms. Charlie. We're here. I'm going to set the AC for Charlie. There we go. She'll be nice and cool while we're in the museum. Don't have to worry about her. She's going to the back. There it is. Charlie relaxed in the cool camper while we spent the morning at the museum checking out the 28 aircraft in the collection and, of course, watching the P-47 fly across the sky.
They're all dripping oil.
They are. Remember, if it's not dripping oil, don't get in it. We all had a great time at the museum and exploring Colorado Springs together. It's definitely an area we all want to come back to and spend more time exploring. With more people to see, we got back on the road and took Cottonwood Pass towards Crested Butte, Colorado. This scenic drive was well worth it. And of course, we stopped at the Continental Divide sign for another group photo. At over 12,000 feet in elevation, my mom was having a difficult time getting a full breath, so I stayed behind with her while Kate and Charlie made the trek up to the overlook. With spectacular views like this, it's easy to understand why people love colorful Colorado. Kate and I often say that we could easily spend a year exploring the state and still not see it all. Even the stormy drive into Crested Butte was beautiful, and we were blown away by the views from our cousin's property. We are at, over 9,000 feet, and elevation's really hitting me.
I think we're over 8,000.
Well, 9,000's over 8, so.
I'm digging Crested Butte.
It's beautiful. We put the cameras down to spend quality time with family, and it turned out to be a great few days. Although the visit was way too short, I know Kate will be eager to come back to Crested Butte. She absolutely fell in love with this place and even wants to plan a winter visit. All right, well, I think that's it. We should get back on the road, headed to Santa Fe today, right?
That's right,
See Tao, and then we'll figure out where to go from there.
for sure.
Okay?
Okay.
Well, thank you so much for watching. That's the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you next time on A Summer with Mom. Bye, guys.
Bye.